Okay, Cookin' Tyler gang, it's been so long. I'm so sorry. I have so many things to tell you, but first, I'm gonna finally feature the big wheel, and I want to record it so it doesn't seem like I faked my reaction. So I have the table over there. I'm gonna spin the wheel, and then I'm gonna set in stone, and then figure out what I'm gonna do with my episode. But I already have an idea. So here's the wheel in action. That's 20. That's oh wait, sorry. Yeah, that's 20 and then that's 4. All right, let's go to 4. 24. Um the 24 is the millipede segment and we get a millipede and count how many segments there are. Okay, that might take some work. That might take some work, guys. I don't have any millipede friends in the city right now. My friend SK used to have a millipede named Mama, but I don't know if Mama's still around. I can go ask SK, but we can do like a millipede segment. Otherwise, I might need to get a millipede, as in like I download it off the internet and I count it, if that's okay. But we'll see. But let's go make some cooking Tyler. Here's some big ass yams. I have so many things to tell you. Oh my god. Um. Anyway, what I thought was gonna be fun is that I've been making a ton of jello shots lately. And I thought that I could remake some of my more creative ones because I thought it was really yummy. So, here's a mandarin orange and ginger jello shot with Everclear in it. I can't eat too big of a one or I'll get fucked up, but it's really yummy. It got whole oranges in it. But what I want to make for you today is a variation of my old fashioned. So it's got Angostura bitters. It's got candied oranges at the bottom, you see? And, sorry, I'm chewing. Um, yeah, it's really yummy. And I'm gonna go add some, like, improvements, right? So I'm gonna go candy some oranges, some orange peels. I'm gonna chop up some maraschino cherries, I think that'll be good. I got some shitty, whiskey, and yeah, let's get to it. So I think the longest thing that's going to take time is going to be making the candied orange peels. I actually like used all my orange peels doing this last time, but I have this bag of little orange peel bits somewhere. Where did I put that? There you go. I use this to make infusions. They're really pure, actually. Um, so I'll just start on that. First, I'll rehydrate some of the orange peels. That's probably more than enough. And then after all the water evaporates and the orange peels are rehydrated, I'll just start reducing it in sugar. And then it should kind of create a little glazed thing going on. So while that's happening, oh, this will be good. This will make a good flavor. Maybe I'll actually blend it because the other ones are like more chunky orange peels. I don't know. I wasn't fully prepared for this, but it's my free day, and I'm excited to make you some cooking Tyler, dude. Oh yeah. Step 2 is I'm gonna go boil a bunch of water because I want to melt in a bunch of gelatin. I've been finding that I really like firm gelatins. I've been making a ton of this. This is like my new like mental illness. So I'm gonna make. I have the ratios memorized. That's how mental illness this has become. I'm gonna make a double portion of this shit. So I'm gonna start boiling some water so that increases the solubility of the gelatin. Oh wow, that's already going. Maybe this isn't the right type of orange peel, but that's okay. Right, so that's already evaporating pretty quickly, so I should add some sugar. I'm eyeballing it as normal. Hi, Puddle. You really should not be on here. I'm gonna hiss at you. I'm sorry. Get out of there. You damn rummy. This feels like more than enough sugar. Also, yeah, the thing about Jello shots is that I think that they're often very, very unnecessarily sweet. This is gonna be kind of like only sweetened or minimally sweetened by simple syrup, but really the sweet part is going to be the maraschino cherries at the bottom, and these little candied bits over here is the idea. Because I don't like things that are too sweet, but these are gonna. I think this is gonna turn out good. So I'm gonna let this. Wow, it actually kind of melted pretty quickly. I wonder if I can candy more. By the way, be very careful when you're candying things. Molten sugar is extremely sticky, and it will hurt you. Awesome. I should probably lower the heat on this so I can focus on other things, but I put in 2 cups of water in there. So I'm going to put in around 5% gelatin, and the conversion rate of gelatin, the conversion rate of water to weight, right? So 1 cup is something. I had it memorized. I was going to impress you with my intelligence, and then I changed my mind. It's normally 1 milliliter is 1 gram, but since this is in cups, I don't know how to convert it, so that's quite alright. Now I'm going to go measure out a bunch of gelatin. So, let's turn this down. I believe the ratio I was using earlier was 0.25 ounces per cup, which makes a 2%. So, let's make it 0.5. So I'll put in, and there's 2 cups of that in there, so I'll put in 1 whole ounce of gelatin, which is gonna be a lot. Actually, maybe it'll be too thick. I'm gonna do 0.8. I don't really care. I can do the calculations in post, or maybe I won't. And yeah, okay. So these guys look pretty good. That was kind of simple. I'm gonna let this evaporate in the background, and keep that on low. I don't even know if this needs to be continued to cook, but next I'm going to pour in the gelatin, and this is going to take a whole lot of stirring to properly incorporate, because this is a lot of gelatin. So it's a little bit, let it incorporate. And I'm not adding the alcohol here, right, because I'm heating up the gelatin so that it can be more soluble, but if you boil alcohol, then you're going to get rid of the alcohol. And that's great for our non-alcoholic things, but I do like my alcohol. Maybe I'll time-lapse this one. I'm learning my lesson, by the way, guys. The last episode I made was maybe a little bit too long, so I'll cut this in a normal way. Okay. So uncut here. What I'm gonna do, what I was trying to do is just to incorporate as much of this gelatin as possible, but there's like little lumps, and that's okay. I think that some of it will disperse. I'm just trying to make them as thin as possible. And this time I have maraschino cherries, so I'm gonna like kind of finely dice up those maraschino cherries. I'm gonna put some of the syrup into this gelatin and let this cool off. I'll filter out the rest of the gelatin chunks if they don't disperse, but I'm hoping that they do. Gelatin tends to bloom, so it takes a little bit for it to be like more soluble. And then we can chop up the maraschinos. We can measure out the Angostura and then make some fine-tuned adjustments. Here's some Angostura bitters. Here's the maraschino cherries. Okay. Italians, I'm sorry. I'm gonna chop this up to get the proper consistency, but I'll get it chunky. Just that, you know, I don't know if I want to put like a whole cherry in each of them because, again, these are expensive. But I think these will be plenty delicious. Fuck, I'm like, it's taking a lot of effort for me not to eat all these right now. Remember what I just said about really hot candied sugar? Wow, that's hot. Okay, it is delicious. I just burned my tongue a little bit, but that's alright. So I'll coat the bottom. Yeah, I really burned my tongue real bad. Oh boy. That is really good though. It doesn't look the most appetizing, but trust me, it'll like kind of create like a layered experience, you know. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Should I layer it, or should I mix in the maraschinos? I'm not gonna layer it. I'm gonna mix them in because it's gonna be hard to maintain. Quite the same without it. Oh my god, so fucking good. Oh, moans. Trust me though, this is not gonna turn out the most visually appealing. If I had more money, I would put like an individual maraschino in each of them. But this will serve its purpose. Trust me. So next up, I'm gonna add an equal amount of whiskey to the cup. So since I put in 2 cups, I'm gonna put in 2 cups of whiskey, and then I'm gonna adjust how much Angostura bitters I want. You see these big ass yams? My friend came by and gave me a big ass yam, and then I had a photo shoot with the yam. Yeah, this is yam music for sure. Oh, that's really good already. I think that what I want to do here is just add a tiny bit more sugar. Okay, so this is the protocol for layering properly, because if you pour directly on there, you'll disrupt the layer. Oh, beautiful. But once you have like kind of a surface, then you can pour a little aggressively. You don't want to disrupt the layer again, okay? Awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this cool down to room temperature before I put it in my fridge, because I like bombed my fridge the last time I did this. Oh, dropped this on the floor, but that was Cooking Tyler, guys. That was the simple Cooking Tyler, the true return to form. And I'll see you in my next cut. Okay, guys, it's been a couple hours. The Jello mold hasn't set yet, but I figured I'd do the millipede segment because our beloved mama passed away. But I heard that there's even millipedes in this very apartment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna capture a millipede, and I'm going to put it in a cage, and then while it's in the cage, I'll count them up. All right, so let's start looking. Get in the cage. Yes. Okay, guys. This is a wild millipede. Can kind of see her through the mesh, and let's start counting them. So you can see like a little stripe here. It's like a kind of like a leg. She's using two legs here to kind of climb out. There's two legs on the bottom, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. So this is the new species of um, four-leg millipedes. Thank you, little millipede, for being so patient. I'm gonna give you a little treat. You're my good girl. We just met, by the way. We just met. You can have some too, Puddle. Here you go, baby. Here. Mwah. Okay, gamers. Welcome to the next day. Just got home from night classes and work, and I'm ready. Here's me, my semi-formal work clothes. I picked up some beer on my way home. To get you your delicious jello that you so deserve, so I can finally eat food and cry myself to sleep. Okay. Also, the cats are really hungry, so as soon as I do this jello thing, I'm gonna probably feed them. So you guys are really holding them up. You're really the asshole here. So this is the jello. Ooh, it's got that nice little layer. And this time I was thinking, now this might be a monumental mistake, but I was thinking about carving it out and then slamming it down and then having it whole. And if that doesn't work and I fuck it all up, just know that it looked really nice when we opened it, like now. You know? You know, guys? Alright. You think this is enough? This is enough to do it? Oh, fuck. Okay, well... Whoops. Okay, well, it didn't all stick all the way through. But that's okay. I'm gonna actually put it back in afterwards, but let me just do a little sliceroo, okay? Here it is. It's very hard to hold, so I'm gonna have to eat it very soon. And cheers, guys. Mm. 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 That was good. Mm. I love you. Bye bye. Alright, gamers, I'm going to wrap up this episode by doing some Brother Bug, Sister Slug. I even kicked my girlfriend out of the room so I could record this. This is part 5 featuring Millie the Millipede and even a new character, Landlord Larderbeetle. He's going to be really important. He's definitely going to come back, so here we go. It's been months since Sister Slug was traumatized by the old fortune teller. To her, the world had just stood still. She stopped coming to the cafe without any notice. Her neighbors stopped seeing this kind young slug nod to them on the street. To Sister Slug, the world was too scary to confront, and she'd much rather stay in the safety of her own home, where she's now reminded of the trouble she's been for others, and the love that she could lose at any moment. And so, our kind sister hunkered in her apartment, pawning off her brother's belongings to the landlord for rent. Didn't need these reminders anyway. Week by week, the apartment got emptier. The memories, the happy days with her brother, got quieter in her mind, and so too did her spirit. She used to pass the time by knitting, by reading her books, but in the silent isolation even that grew stale and meaningless. Days warped into weeks and minutes into hours, and our hurt sister Slug simply lied on the floor, staring at the ceiling, embracing oblivion, for death to take her, to return her to somewhere that she long misses. But where was that exactly? What exactly did she want? It's no matter. It's not as if she would get anything anyway. She would not be able to reach it. A groaning croak left the Sister Slug's lips as her helpless dread lulled her to sleep. And skittering. What's that noise? Weakly, Sister Slug's desiccated body labored in pulling herself up. Who's there? Please, I'm scared. Please just show yourself. Out of the corner of her eye, the shadow of a serpent danced about the room. Terrified, she urgently scoots herself into the dusty, cobweb-lined corner of the room and begins to weep to herself. Why? Why me? Why me?
Hi, I'm Millie. Millie the Millipede. You seem like you could use a friend. Give me a high five. Or a high 10. Or maybe a high 1,000. In stunned disbelief, Sister Slug hesitated and just went with the bizarre scene. Hi, I'm Sister Slug. I'm having a rather rough couple of days, and maybe we can chat later? Nice to meet you, Missy. That's quite alright. We don't need to chat, we can just play some games. Uneasily, Sister Slug acquiesced. She played some Wormopoly with Millie. Then Hungry Hungry Toad. Then Bug Risk. Before she knew it, she was having a blast, and it was all thanks to Millie. Sister Slug's stomach growled following the gentle laughter of the refreshed Slug. Oh dear, I haven't had that much fun since Brother Bug was around. Thank you, Millie. I even forgot to eat. I'll grab some food for us. Do you want anything in particular, Millie? Millie's face grew grim and foreboding. As Sister Slug approached the door, Millie grabbed her by the Slug's shoulder. Millie? You're hurting me. It's not safe out there, sissy. Stay. It'll just be for a minute. The two are interrupted by a knock at the door. It's Landlord Larder Beetle, collecting rent. Nervously, Sister Slug opens the door. Hey, Sister Slug. Glad to see you in higher spirits. Were you having fun? Yes, Landlord Larder Beetle. Yes, I made a new friend. I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Millie. Sister Slug gestures into her darkened, empty apartment as the landlord tenses up. Oh, Sister Slug, that's nice. That's nice. It's nice to meet you, Millie. Hurriedly, he mentions he'll need his rent payment or a substitute by the end of the week and closes the door behind him before skittering away. To be continued? What's going on with Sister Slug? Who is Millie the Millipede? How will Landlord Larder Beetle get more profits out of his tenants? That and more in Brother Bug and Sister Slug Part 6.
Okay, hey gamers, I'm probably gonna just put this into the next Cooking Tyler, but I'm feeling kind of sick and I haven't been able to shake it for like half a week. So I just remembered that I made some horseradish vodka last year on like the 19th of December. So that's like probably like almost a month. Because I found a horseradish at the market and I'm like, damn, I've never seen that before. And I'm like, okay, well, what if I make stuff with it? So I made some, like, horseradish paste was really strong, but also I had this idea of just making, like, a vodka with it. And maybe this will fix me. The horseradish was very strong, and it hurt when I sniffed it. So I was like, okay, well, what if I soaked it in alcohol and see what happens? If it's not strong enough, maybe I'll put it back in, but we'll see. It's changed color. That's something. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna take a hearty sip of this. Oh, that smells really bad. Let's see. Okay. Here's me. Here's this. This used to be vodka. This used to be from the Tito's over here, which is clear, so it's clearly picked up something. And, okay, that, like, makes your head knock back, so maybe I'll, like, pour, like, an actual shot so I know how much I'm drinking of it, but... Okay, so here's Phil's 21st birthday bottle. I'll do a hearty shot of this, and this will fix me. So, to health. Whew! Oh. Wow, that burns. That burns a lot. Okay, that horseradish shot. Ooh. Definitely did its job. Wow. Oh, like, it's like coating my whole mouth and throat and it's still going. You know, honestly, I don't hate it. I think it like cleared out my sinuses. Anyway, bye.